Yo guys, JinSwords here. I've got a crazy epic match for you against the one and only RChizzle9. We've got a mixed tier X and Y battle here because I had some X and Y OU stuff and he had some stuff that wasn't really quite OU. So I tried to make my team as underpowered as possible. I took out Garchomp, Mega Lucario, and the other thing, don't quite remember what it was. And I put it in Gardevoir, Excadrill, and Hitmontop. Those are my only ones that are less OP. Oh yeah, the other one being Rotom Wash. And then he has pretty standard if under non-standard team. He's got the Florges, which is pretty common. Darmanitan, which is pretty common. Chestnut, pretty common. He's got the Malamar, Chatot, and Manectric. And those last three things, Chatot, Darmanitan, and Manectric, are going to be the hugest threats. I can handle pretty much anything else on the team, but those three things, I wasn't even expecting Chatot to be so crazy. And Darmanitan, of course, the only thing I have that can take a Flare Blitz is, I guess I have two things. I have Azumarill and Hydreigon. These I don't have Intimidate on my Hitmontop. My Hitmontop is a special set that I made that has no item. That's Technician, got the Close Combat, Fake Out, Thief, and Rapid Spin. And then he's got the Manectric, which, again, between electric, fire, and ice, and ridiculously powerful stats, I'm gonna have a really tough time taking that thing down, taking hits from it. But Hydreigon is definitely gonna be my key to victory, so let's just get right into the battle here. Don't want to delay any further. I'm gonna lead off right off with my Azumarill, as he's gonna lead off with his Manectric. He's gonna Mega Ball straight off the bat, and I'm gonna go straight into Hydreigon, just so I can take the Thunderbolt that I'm predicting him to go for, and he goes straight for the Volt Switch here, and I take it surprisingly well. We're gonna wait for the little animation here. I'm gonna see how much it does here. It does 30, maybe 25%. That's pretty awesome. Hydreigon is a beast, and that's coming from Mega Manectric. That thing is powerful. He's gonna go in Darmanitan, and I am scared of this thing. I want to bluff that I'm not scarfed here by going in a Hitmontop, because I know that my only chance of containing this thing is to outspeed it later. I think being Choice Scarf and having him stay in, thinking that he can outspeed me. If he's Jolly and I'm Modest or something, I don't know. Or he's Adamant Scarfed even though. And I'm going to go into Hitmontop. Hitmontop takes it like a champ. And I'm going to go straight for the Fake Out just to get off some damage. So you go for the Chatter. And I live, and of course it has a 100% chance of confusion now, but unfortunately the Para-Hacks gets caught up to me right here, and I'm going to hit myself in confusion, and that means I will not be able to take it down with a Close Combat, which would have easily taken down the Chatot, which means that Chatot is still a major threat. So I'm going to go to Scizor here, because I'm down one and he's got the momentum here. I can't go for U-turn here, I have to go straight for the Bullet Punch. If I would love to go for U-turn and get the switch momentum and get some huge damage off of the Mega Manectric. Even possibly take it down. I don't think it would have quite taken it down. But the Bullet Punch does a decent chunk of damage, 20%, maybe 15%. I'm switching to Azumarill, predicting the 10 Power Ice. Because, you know, RChizzle9's a great player. He might have predicted the Hydreigon next turn, so he might have wanted to go for HP Ice. But I can also take the Flamethrower. He gets a crit here. It's not going to matter one bit. So I'm just going to go straight for the opposite, sacking my Azumarill to get off some good damage. And that means my only thing left for Darmanitan is Hydreigon and possibly Gardevoir. Gardevoir can take a hit. She's that Darmanitan is a huge threat now. The prime threat. She's going to go straight back into it after he goes for the Volt Switch on my Azumarill, knocking it out. I'm going to go into Hydreigon to try to block the Timid Scarf. And then I'm going to switch straight out into Scizor, predicting him to go for U-turn. And at this point, I know for sure that he's absolutely scarfed, or he would have not risked this move right here. And of course, Scizor's going to eat that up just because it's not very effective and he doesn't get stab off of it. And Scizor's great defense. And I'm going to go straight for the U-turn. Oh, I'm not here. My bad. Because that's next turn here. So I'm going to go straight out into my Gardevoir, predicting him to go for the Leech Seed or the Hammer Arm. Or even possibly the Spiky Shield. And he goes for the Leech Seed here. I do dodge that, and it's not going to be that's not too big of a deal because he's going to get to return the hacks right here when he goes in a Florges here. I'm going to go straight for the Psychic, and it's going to do absolutely nothing, of course, because, you know, Florges is a beast special defensive-wise. But right after here, because I know I can handle this Florges, I'm going to go straight for the Calm Mind, get +1 special attack, +1 special defense, try to take his Moonblast, and hopefully 3-hit KO him from here, or maybe predict some wishes, go for some more Calm Minds to take him, and 2-hit KO him or something. He goes for the Moonblast here, and he gets the special defense drop after doing about maybe 20% damage, and after leftovers that's going to be very little. But he gets a special attack drop, which is going to cause me to want to go for another Calm Mind, because the reason I'm going for Calm Minds is to get some extra damage, and secondary reason being to take Moonblast better, because I want to do some damage onto this Florges so I can bring in Hydreigon later, possibly, and take it down with Fire Blasts if need be. So I'm going to go for another Calm Mind here, as he's going to go right back into the Chatot, and I am not scared of this thing at all. I know this thing's a special attacker. I saw the Chatter, and I saw the Life Orb, and I'm gonna go straight for the Thunderbolt here, just to take it out, just because I'm at +2 special defense and +1 special attack. I'm loving it, and he hits me up with that Encore. That was a great play on his part. I was not expecting that at all, and that's gonna lock me into this Calm Mind. And because I cannot outspeed it, he can effectively keep me into Calm Mind forever. Which means that I have absolutely no business staying in. I'm going to switch straight out to Execute because I can take both of its stabs, both the normal type move and the flying type move, because I am Steel type. And he's going to go for Nasty Plot here, and I am immediately scared. Absolutely scared, terrified out of my mind. He has these threats, he has so many threats, and I'm down 6-4, and I have nothing for his Pokemon. And he's just going to go for the Chatter, get the Confusion. And fortunately this time I will not get hurt in Confusion. I will be able to take him down with the Rock Slide. So that's pretty awesome. I get my first kill, and that's going to bring the score down to 6-5 and give me a little bit of momentum here. And I did the damage calc afterward. He didn't want to go for the Boom Burst just because he didn't want to not knock me out and, you know, have me take him down. He would have rathered that 50% chance of Confusion possibly. But we calculated later, and it turns out that Boomers is a 100% KO, does 118 to 134% to a standard extra 4 HP, no special defense, which means that it can even take out Pokemon that even do have the a little bit of special defense, the extra with a little bit of special defense. He's gonna bring in the Darmanitan here. It's not gonna be too big of a deal. I'm gonna let my Hydreigon die, and I'm gonna bring in, my Excadrill die. What am I saying? And I'm gonna bring in my my Hydreigon. I'm gonna go for U-turn, and at this point, I think he might have realized that I'm Scarfed, and I'm kind of hoping that he realized that I'm Scarfed. So hopefully, he's thinking that actually now that he should be scared of this thing, that Darmanitan is countered by my Hydreigon because my Hydreigon outspeeds this, and I'm hoping that he's thinking it now, as opposed to before. So the U-turn, I'm gonna get off into go into Scizor as he goes into. Makes that switch into Florges, and I'm gonna go for U-turn here, predicting the switch into Chestnut, which is what he did last time. Actually, last time he went over that trick. So I'm gonna go for U-turn, and that does a nice chunk of damage. Choice banded U-turn from Scizor. Ooh, powerful. And I'm gonna get to go into Gardevoir. Chase is bulletproof. Get some leftovers recovery, and I'm gonna start to hope that I can take a Flare Blitz from this range, thinking that he's gonna want to go for the Spiky Shield here to get some leftovers recovery or switch out. I am going to go for the Calm Mind, but he stays in, which is a great play. Goes for the Leech Seed. And he is able to hit me this time. And that Leech Seed will be able to whittle down my Gardevoir, not letting me get to max HP. Which means that I am not able to take a Flare Blitz under any circumstance, even in my foggiest dreams, wildest dreams, and all those other kinds of dreams. You know what I'm saying. So between the Leech Seed and the leftovers recovered, he's going to be getting a lot of HP back, and he's almost at full here, but I know that I can hit him with a Psychic here, and he switches into Malamar, predicting the Psychic, but I knew he had the Malamar left, and I was a little scared of this, so I went for another Calm Mind just in case, just because he still can't hit me with the Chestnut, and he might want to go for another Spiky Shield. So I was predicting either of those things, and I predicted correctly. He went into the Malamar, and thanks to that extra Calm Mind boost, I am gonna go for Thunderbolt here, and because Gardevoir actually has a decent speed stat, I believe it is 85, I will be able to outspeed this Malamar, go for Thunderbolt, and it is a clean 75%, which is really, really nice damage. He's gonna go for Night Slash. I was able to live it thanks to the new Fairy typing, which means that it did not deal super effective damage, it only dealt normal damage. And I'm very low on HP at this point, but I have no reason not to go for the hit here and just take out a Malamar. Just in case he wanted to go into Chestnut or to go into Mega Manectric, I did go for the Shadow Ball because I did know that it would take down Malamar from this range of HP, so there was no reason not to go for Shadow Ball here. And especially since Gardevoir is really not a threat to him, so I have no reason not to show up my moveset. There's no special moves that I'm hiding from him. He's going to go straight into Darmanitan. I'm going to let him take me down with the Flare Blitz here, which leaves my Hydreigon and my Scizor, and at this point, I'm going to go straight into Hydreigon, knowing that he's locked in the Flare Blitz, and I can live a Flare Blitz absolutely because of the resisted hit. And he's going to want to switch out knowing this, and I'm going to go straight for the Draco Meteor, not wanting to overpick because this Darmanitan is still the biggest threat, and Scizor should be able to handle the stuff along with the rest of his stuff with Hydreigon in tandem. So I'm going to switch into Scizor as he goes from the Moonblast. It's not going to do any damage here. It barely does maybe 10-12%, which is really nice, which means that Scizor is still at very high HP, which means that I will be able to deal more recoil damage when he brings in the Darmanitan. I'm hoping that once I take him down with the Bullet Punch, which I just did, now he has just Darmanitan, Manectric, and Chestnut, which all can be taken down by Fire Blast after this Bullet Punch and a Flare Blitz recoil. I was actually hoping for a crit here, and between the Flare Blitz and the Bullet Punch, I was hoping that the Darmanitan would die, which means that Hydreigon could absolutely, for sure, take down the rest of his threats, the rest of his Pokemon with the Fire Blast, risking fewer misses, but that's not the case. He is able to live. I did not crit. I bring in Hydreigon, and here's a critical moment. If he's Jolly Scarf, he outspeeds. If I'm Jolly Scarf, I outspeed, and he switches up here, which possibly indicates that he's Jolly Scarf, but I'm not so sure. I'm gonna go for the Fire Blast, and this should be the good game for me if I can hit all my Fire Blasts, because Chestnut deals super effective damage, so Chestnut will die. Darmanitan's at low HP, so it'll die. Manectric just died from the Fire Blast, which leaves his Darmanitan and the Chestnut. And the question is he Jolly Scarf? I am Modest Scarf, and he's not Jolly. He's not Adamant Scarf. He is Jolly Scarf, which means that he will be able to outspeed me and take me down with the superpower, which is a very narrow 2-0 victory in his favor. And that was a very close battle. If he were Adamant Scarf, wanting to get some extra damage with whatever hits he wanted to do, I would have been able to outspeed him and take down his last two Pokemon with the Fire Blast, which would have granted me the victory, but, that was not the case, which is, well, it's fortunate for him that he was running Jolly Scarf, so it was a great battle, RChizzle9. I hope to have a rematch at some point, just because I hate losing. It's not something I enjoy doing, and hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment if you want to, comment on something. And subscribe for more content from me, YouTube. And if you want to battle me, always hit me up on Skype. I'm JinSwords. If you want to hit me up on Facebook, that's fine too. Official JinSwords. Or if you want to send me a PM on YouTube, that is fine as well. And of course on YouTube, I am JinSwords. So thank you guys for watching, and see you all later, YouTube.